This is the second exercise of the lesson on machine performance charts. In this exercise, we're given the following information for the utilized scraper: grade percentage, empty and loaded weights, the rolling resistance rate, and the shown performance and retarder charts. We need to calculate the total resistance in percent equivalent grade for both the whole and return trips. For the whole trip, the scraper drives uphill the road with a full load weight. In the return trip, the scraper drives back with empty weight downhill with a negative grade resistance. In part A, we need to add the grade and rolling resistances in percent values to get the total resistance. For the whole trip, the rolling resistance force is calculated by multiplying its rate and the equipment loaded weight. Then its grade equivalence, GRR percent, is calculated using the shown formula that we explained in the lesson video. For the whole trip, the total resistance adds up to 15%. The return trip total resistance is the same process, but we deal with a negative grade resistance. So TR2 turns out to be negative 1%. So for the whole trip analysis, we will require using the Rempel chart, but we will use the retarder chart to analyze the return trip due to its negative total resistance. We will deal with the performance charts in the next slide, but let's check also the requirements of part C. Here we are given the coefficient of traction. We need to check for tire slippage and confirm the usable power value if only 30% of the weight is applied on the driving wheel. Let's analyze the whole trip with its weight, W, and TR values as shown. We use the performance chart and find that the equipment will drive on the third gear at speed 8 km per hour and Rempel force of 11,000 kilograms. For part C, we will check for tire slippage by calculating the traction force TRF. We use the coefficient of traction and weight as shown to calculate TRF. We find TRF is less than the Rempel, which means it controls the usable power available. So we conclude that slippage will happen. We will repeat the same steps for the return trip, but by using the retarder chart. We find that the scraper will be limited by the maximum speed possible of 50 km per hour. There is no Rempel provided by the retarder chart as there is no real resistance to overcome. For part C, we simply don't need to check for slippage as there is no Rempel needed.